So let's go into Part Studio. Let's go ahead and turn that part off, that 16-inch top back frame tube connection. We're going to select front plane. We're going to left click on center point circle. You want to hover over the center part of that plane, drag that out. We just want this one to be a tube, so the same diameter as the tubes that we're using. So I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go up here to the dimensions tool. I'm going to left click on the outer part of that circle, double click again and go 0.5. So we're going to have a 1/2 inch tube. Click on that, and then let's scroll out. We're going to do another sketch, left click, and we're going to select front plane again. Left click on front plane, go to line tool, left click, draw that out, left click. Now the size of this doesn't really matter. Escape. I'm just going to make it 2 inches so it'll be easy to view, so we can see it from a distance. I'm going to set the distance between the center part of that circle and this line. This is going to help us determine the radius. So we left click on that, left click on the line, left click on the center part of that. I'm going to draw this out, and we want that to be 19 inches because this hoop is going to be 38 inches in diameter. So this is the radius. So we're going to left click on that, and we'll scroll out. So that's the reason I made this 2 inches, so we could see the distance. Now we're going to use a new tool. Left click on revolve, solid, new. It's asking faces to sketch. We're going to left click on that circle. It's asking us the axis. This is going to be our axis here. And if we go to isometric view, you'll see we've created our hoop, but we need this as a reference first. And sketch 2, we'll rename that as hoop. Let's go down here and right click, and let's go edit appearance. Let's go silver, since this is going to be aluminum. I think it was already set silver. Let's go into assembly view now. Let's go to front view, so we have kind of a side profile, and let's go insert. Let's find our hoop. That's what we want. Let's bring it over here so that it'll be close to where we want to assemble it. Let's close that out. Left click. Let's rotate this up to 90 degrees. Oops, gotta go over here, grab it from this side. Let's drag this over. Just want to see how that's going to fit in. Drag this down. Let's bring this down right there. If that fits in there at 152 degrees, because we can bend these segments, they don't have to be perfect. So let's go back into Part Studio. Let's turn the hoop off. Let's go to our front view. Let's go sketch, select front plane. Let's do center point circle, left click. Let's drag that out. Hit escape. Go up to the dimension tool, left click on that, drag that out, and let's go 0.5. Hit enter, close the sketch out. Let's go to top. We're going to create a new sketch. We're going to select top plane, select the line tool, left click. Let's go over here, left click again, drag that out, hit escape, and let's draw this out to 12 inches. We're going to sweep this path. Let's click on the outer part of the circle. Now it's asking for the swept path. Left click on that. It swept the path. Let's go up here and create a shell. Left click on the shell. Click on that circle. Circle around. Click on this circle. And we want that to be a 1/16 of an inch, 0, .0625. Close that out. All right, so now we got our tubes. Top spar tube. Left click, close that out. Right click again. Let's edit appearance. Left click on silver. There we go. Now we have our tube, and we can adjust this. Let's go into assembly view. Let's go to left view. Let's go to insert. There it is. Top spar tube. So we're going to go up here. Left click. Close that out. I'll move this around anymore. I'm going to change the angle here. So let's go back into Part Studio. Let's turn this other part off so it doesn't distract us. Left click on that. Let's go to the line. That's what has the angle. Let's left click on that, and let's go to that view. Let's go over to front view. And we've got 110 there. Let's change that to 120 and see what happens. Go back into assembly, and that's brought that up. That actually looks really good. Let's align this tube. I think that's going to be good. Already brought in the second tube. Looks like we're going to have to shave off about an inch, maybe 2. So we're going to go adjust the length until we can get this to kind of fit here. And we'll have a little leeway because we can shorten the tube. It just needs to go at least an inch in each one of these. So we can, even if we don't have this perfect, it's going to be close. So we'll go back into Part Studio. Let's scroll down. Let's look for that last sketch. I need to rename that. So while I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and rename it. Once we have the length, I can rename it again and add the length in. Turn that on again. Let's go to top view, and let's go into that sketch. Let's change it to 10. Actually, let's go to 11. We'll go back and forth. All right, so that changed. Let's update that. Let's keep it there so we can just kind of toggle back and forth. And then that changed. And oh, no wonder. It moved it. That's what happened. It did shorten it. It just moved it here. Okay, so that is updating. So I'm just going to put that one in there an inch. Let me look and see. Yeah, that one's pretty close. Let's go slider mate. Select that one as well. Let's go limits, and let's go maximum 1.5 inches. Hit enter. Let's hit play. All right, that's going in the direction we want. And let's just type in negative 1.5 inches. And that should bring it down. Same thing. So we can move that back and forth. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep that at 10.5. Slider mate. Let's hit play. Let's go 1.5 inches. That's good. Scroll around. Good. That's just touching the tube. We'll go slider mate. Left click on this tube. Left click on that. And let's set our limits to 1.5. Close that out, go back to top view, scroll in, start to draw that, and let's go 1.5 inches. Good. And let's open that slider again, and let's hit play. All right, so equal length, and that'll tell us if we're off anywhere. Close that out. Let's scroll back out. I think this messes up the slider mates when I change the size. So I'm going to go back to 11. Close that out. And then we'll adjust these because I do want it to touch. Let's just leave that there. Yeah, that looks good. And the reason I want it to touch is if I accidentally move something around, it'll allow me to see a space. We can cut these to 10.5. I'll probably start with 11, and then we can trim it down to be safe when we get to the real world example. From the center of that tube to the center of that one, that's what I want. What that'll allow me to do is when we do center point circle, I'll set those that far apart. So what I do is I normally use my phone so I can remember the distance. I need to set those so when I toggle back and forth I can do it.